In this box, I have the Moto G4 Plus, 64 gigs of internal storage with 4 gigs of RAM. I actually had this delivered to me on Monday, but I haven't been home since last week. I've been at a work event for my company. This is my first day back, but enough of that. Let's get this open and I will give you my thoughts and first impressions. Moto, Lenovo, don't have my knife. Let's go ahead and do this old school. This is a fairly big box. This is a custom-built Moto G4 Plus. We're looking at a black back here with a metallic ocean trim. Before we get into the phone, let's just take a look at the box. Wall charger here, micro USB cable here, and other README stuff that we're never gonna read. Also, it looks like it doesn't take a nano SIM, but a micro SIM instead. Looks like it has an adapter here, probably inside the SIM tray. Again, I've been busy with work. I haven't had a chance to even look at any other videos in the last almost like 5 days, so I haven't seen any reviews or anything on this yet. We're just going off the fly here. The back of the Moto G4 feels different than the Moto G3. This is like almost velvety kind of feeling. I do have my Moto G3 here, so let me grab it. So on my G3 here, you can see the grooves are more of a diagonal, and on the G4, the grooves just seem closer together. It also seems like it picks up lint a lot more here. They do feel similar though, but on the G4, it does feel softer. So we got a fingerprint reader up front here, the square fingerprint reader. Okay, so this isn't a button either, it's just one that you put your thumb over. Again, this is the version of the G4 Plus that has 64 gigs of internal storage. It prices out at $299.99 before taxes. After taxes and shipping, I think shipping was free, I can't remember, but it totaled to right around $330. Let's go ahead and peel this off. So to get to the SIM, you just put your fingernail in here and pry open, just like on the G3, same thing. Right over here, same thing. So SIM right here, micro SD next to it. This is the adapter here, so you're gonna put your nano SIM in here if that's what you have. Now this phone is gonna be my daily driver for the next week and a half. I'm gonna be going through all the tests like I do with all my other phones, give you my impressions, all that kind of stuff. Let's go ahead and power it on. Now I'm sure a lot of people are probably gonna ask whether or not that this at $300 is a better price or a better phone than the OnePlus 3 at $400. I will have to say though that at $300 this is not running a Snapdragon 800 processor, it's running a Snapdragon 617. This is the first time I'm seeing the title screen here, or the boot screen. So you're seeing Lenovo and Moto now in conjunction. Let me set this up real quick. While this phone is setting up, let me just give you some thoughts. At a $300 price point, or we can even say $330 since there were taxes added here. Again, we're gonna compare this to my OnePlus 3 that is $399 without taxes. At a cheaper price point of $70, you can feel that the phone isn't as premium as the OnePlus 3 would be. You don't have a metal feel here on the sides, this is plastic. But the phone does feel good in hand regardless. You're talking about a 5.5 inch 1080p display, and it looks like you still have the Motorola dimple here. The Moto G4 Plus, this version has the 16 megapixel camera instead of the 13 megapixel one on the Moto G4. All right, let's take a look at the fingerprint reader. Yeah, that's pretty fast. Definitely a quick fingerprint reader. Looks like it's pretty accurate as well. I do like the feel on the back. I actually prefer it over the Moto G3. They do feel similar, but I do like this one better. So it looks like for the G4, again, like the G3, the power button here has ridges on it so you can feel for it so you won't mistake it for the volume rockers. And I will say that the buttons are tactile, but they're just not as tactile as other phones are, as premium phones would be. But regardless, it'll still get the job done. It also looks like we have a very clean version of Android here. Not many apps at all. Looks like you're gonna be adding what you need instead of removing what you don't want. So it looks like the fingerprint reader here does not act as a home button. You're gonna have to click here for that. I don't know if it's something that maybe you can find in the settings. I'll have to take a look. It looks like it might not be. It might not be a big deal to most people, but it would be nice, I think, for this to act as a home button as well. So it looks like, for example, if I'm on this page and I want to go home, it won't take me there. I'm gonna have to hit that one there on the on touch button, on the on screen button, I mean. Let me take a look at settings though and make sure. Yeah, it looks like I'm not seeing it, but if you do see it, or if you know there's a way to get to the home button by using the fingerprint scanner, let me know. We'll take a look at settings though and see what else you have here. So for color mode, you can pick normal or vibrant. It looks like it comes on vibrant as default, where vibrant shows enhanced color and saturation, normal displays realistic color. On the settings as well, you can press the power button twice for the camera, which is always nice, one of my favorite things. Now I wonder if the original shortcut to open the camera is still there, where I twist twice. It looks like that works, yeah. And then chop twice to open the flashlight. Yep, that looks like that's still working. And to turn it off, great feature. Okay, so real quickly, you can see here the difference on the Moto G3 versus the Moto G4. The Moto G4 adds the fingerprint reader. The battery now has turbocharging on it. The camera should be better. I'll be doing tests with this. And again, for people who are new to my channel, I don't typically do a bunch of tests at once. I kind of section them out and I'll do tests on the camera, on the battery, on performance, on the speakers, so on and so forth. So just stay tuned. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be doing videos again. I've been missing it. It's just I've been so busy at work, I haven't had a chance to do any of this in a while. I want to see if it'll live up to the $300 price tag, or if somebody's better off just spending a little cheaper money instead and getting the more toned down version. But I should be back soon with another video just to talk about my experiences so far with it. I'll see you guys soon. It's not the biggest hotel, but it's real fancy, so I figured I'd share. Bathroom. This tub is gigantic. It's bigger than my bathroom at home by itself. Shower, me. There's a separate room for the toilet. And this thing is like, I don't know what this is. I think it's a phone. Privacy, please. Workspace, bed, mini bar, food, fridge. Removal of any items for more than 60 seconds will result in a room charge. No, thank you. Although those M&Ms look really good. Check out this view, though. Oh, yeah. It's a horrible view. But I'm on the 11th floor. And I'm in downtown Chicago, so I can't complain.